They'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets offense will take the field first. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, Dave. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Taylor. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
Looking for a man, it's Kane. Grab near the sticks, it's Taylor. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd downs.
Time to take a shot. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Caught over the middle, it's Wade. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. And the Yellow Jackets really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Wants to throw it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Wiles. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down. The Yellow Jackets are marching down the field. To the air on 1st down. Get it out on the screen. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Past the sticks, and he may get more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. And the Yellow Jackets started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive, cap it off with a touchdown.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So a drive there of 84 yards, and they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect. inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So the SMU Mustangs offense will go to work for the first time. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won, and last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the step-off, now they have to deal with 1st and 15. Right back to the well. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Mustangs have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. They'll give it to Johnson. Ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And I like that.
Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. And the Mustangs will have it 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Going to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Extending the play. Slithers into space. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. It's a draw. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talk to the defensive coordinator coming into this game. He knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great.
Under pressure and down he goes at the 33. That's the end of the period, and Georgia Tech has the lead. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. To throw, it's Hawkins. Buys a little time with his feet. Finds a man on the right. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. The Mustangs will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page.
Gonna let it fly. Snags it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. Like that. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Finds a man in the middle. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Hawkins. Here's the pressure. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
That's caught. It's Johnson. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Mustangs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Mustangs. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
Ready to try the point after. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. So it's an 80-yard drive, and it was closed out by the fantastic 25-yard touchdown run. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Hayden. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The play action fake. Fires to the tight end. At the 35, he's loose. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
He's going for the big play. And he reels it in inside the 30. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
Well, this quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really, really nice groove right now.
Trying to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Paul, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the football.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's Cooper. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Thanks to grab. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Got it in the middle, it's Evans. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Mustangs come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to keep it in the air. It's complete to the left. Sprinting away. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, SMU.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. Oklahoma is trailing, but don't tell me this team can't come back. I once saw Jalen Hurts lead the Sooners back from 28-3 down. We'll see what they're made of today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Arkansas. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. He'll pull it on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all...
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understanding the ball came out quick. I got to break, get Hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
Back to pass, it's Hawkins. Here's a heat. QB got it himself. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Holding. Offense.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Motion from the wide receiver. He's looking to throw. That's reeled in. It's Cooper. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now on second down. Looking to fire. He'll pull it down and run. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
So here they come going for it on 4th and long. The aftershocks of that earlier sack still reverberating. Pocket breaking down. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw, it's King. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Rushes on him. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in Atlanta. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is enough.
He'll take the deep shot. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
I love the defensive mentality coming out here early in the third quarter. They've got the lead. They know the offense is going to be aggressive and start taking shots. A really nice play call that time. And it even
breaks into the open. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Oh, he wants it all. Intercepted, number 19.
You know, the best free safeties I ever played against were the ones that just have a sixth sense. It's like they know where the ball is going, and they can just bait the quarterback into trying to make throws that they never have a chance of making. That's what that guy did right there. He baited the QB into a bad decision and made him pay.
The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Caught in the backfield. It's Rodgers. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Bring in the heat. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
Grab behind the line. It's Wade. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. The last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. To the air, it's Hawkins. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. The handoff to Johnson. There he goes. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right and you see that blocking and all the holes open up, that's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps, and man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
Snagged in the middle, it's Evans. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Mustangs!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Patterson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Turning it on! They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Finds his tight end. Oh, he got loose! Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. The short hands, it's Allen. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. The Yellow Jackets with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
That's the one danger defensively when you want to play zone coverage, because you leave a lot of windows and pockets out on the field. And if the offensive quarterback find one, they could hurt you. You saw it right there on the crossing.
They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Back to throw, it's King. Here comes the heat. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the grab. They wrestle him down at the 16-yard line. A 3rd down stop now to see what they do on 4th down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
Quickly to the tight end. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. They're really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Wants to go up top on 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, SMU! An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Patterson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Dropping back, it's Kane. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Rodgers. Gets enough for the 1st down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They go back to work with a 1st down in the final period of this one. They'll move the wide receiver. The pull and throw off the RPO. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
Well, the offense just taking what the defense gives them there. There's a lot of cushion out in coverage, so that was just too easy for the quarterback. Spits it out, and they pick up the 1st.
They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another 1st down. He'll do it himself. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
You know, the problem with calling option is that you can't limit the hits on your quarterback, and he got absolutely leveled by the defender on that one. Now you got to wonder how many more times this coordinator wants to call that play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the Yellow Jackets will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Punt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Fakes to grab. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. And still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Mustangs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Caught close to the marker. It's Johnson. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. He wants to throw it again. Grabbed over the middle. It's Evans.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Got enough space, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Mustangs. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. They're up 35-24. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. The Yellow Jackets racing to the line in the hurry-up.
That's a good first down for this offense. Get something positive going. Like, listen, the possessions are shrunk now. We're in the fourth quarter. The clock is ticking for us. Down 2 possessions. You're not going to get many more, so they got to be smart with the football while still being aggressive.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. And the Yellow Jackets have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Throwing right. Wide open downfield. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we've certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. The Yellow Jackets getting set on 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's King. Pulls it in. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Wants to go up top. Fires to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
And listen, still a ways to go. But great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
They'll go for 2 here and try to climb within a field goal late. Gets the back moving. He'll set up to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Wallace. He gets it in for the 2-point conversion, and now they trail by only 3. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. All right, this game just got tighter, and you just don't want to make a mistake here, David.
Especially in the fourth quarter. Remember, you're still leading this ball game. You're still going to...
Oh, he's got some space. Picks up the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Georgia Tech. Paging George E. Burdell.
1st and 10 from their own 15-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They go to the ground. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll give it to Johnson. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
He might want another play. Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. Throws to the wideout. And wings it incomplete.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on 3rd and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a 4th down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
What a great stop in a big moment for this defense. Nice job getting the stop. Now listen, the ball goes back to the offense, and this has a chance now to be a great finish. That was a clutch.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
Brings up 2nd down.
Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Going to try to get it himself. At the 35, he's got room. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Coach Rick used to always say to us, don't turn a bad play into a catastrophe. You know you got the 3 on the board. You can tie it up. Nice job throwing the football away and not forcing it.
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. Final minute of play. We are deadlocked. Guys, what a finish we're experiencing. Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. To the air, it's Hawkins. Oh, they're after him. Blasted as he lets it go.
Well, you look at the clock. They've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a lot of laterals. We've seen crazier stuff happen in college football.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. It's incomplete, and the clock strikes 0, and we are headed to overtime. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays. Back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
Handoff to the single running back.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Got the quick pass. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, SMU! They strike first here in overtime. This extra point would give them a 7-point lead in OT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
And he's in for his 3rd rushing touchdown. You college fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him, and sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Had to throw it before he wanted. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front.
Deep shot for the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. 4th and long, and they have to pick it up to keep their chances alive. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Can't make the grab. The desperation 4th down play, and this one is over. I know how to sum up this game succinctly. That was fun, and what a victory to remember.
Fun for them, fun for us, just the back and forth. Games that are so nip and tuck, and you know every play matters so much. These are the games that we love to call.
Yeah, every play matters, David, and that's why coaching staffs practice overtime scenarios and situations.